Lesson 6.8, Radian trig equations level 1. So basically what this is doing the same thing we did at the beginning of this unit, but instead of figuring out what angles in degrees, we're going to figure out the angles in terms of radians. So it could be 0, but it cannot equal 2 pi. So what I want to do is isolate my trig function, which is the cosine of x. So I would divide away the 2. And I'm saying cosine of what angle equals negative square root of 2 over 2. And so that one is one that we do see on our unit circle. You can do it in terms of degrees first, might be the easier route. So knowing that a 45 degree reference angle is square roots of 2 over 2, but then thinking of where is cosine of an angle negative, that would be in quadrants to the left, so that would be quadrants 2 and 3. So again, you can do it in degrees and then turn it into radians, or you can do it in radians. So if this is my 180, I would want to do 180 minus 45 and 180 plus 45. And so that would be what? A 135 and a 225. And then remember that when you're trying to turn degrees into radians, it's times pi over 180. And so what you can do is take 135, divide by 180, turn it into a fraction, and then that would be 3 pi over 4. The other thing is you should know what that is, because a 45 degree reference angle equals a fourth of pi, or a pi over 4. And so at 135 it's 3/4 of the way. And so 225, again, you can change it, or you can think if this is a pi, you're having a pi or 4 pi over 4 plus another pi over 4, which would be 1 plus 4 is 5 pi over 4. And of course on this one too, you could look at your unit circle and figure that out. There's our 3 pi over 4 and there's our 5 pi over 4. Both have x values that are negative. All right, number 2 is square root of 3 times cotangent of x plus 3 equals 0. First thing we want to do is subtract our 3 from both sides. Divide by square root of 3. And so we get cotangent of x equals that. Well, we would want to reciprocate it to make it tangent of x equals, remember you would have to flip, and it's negative. And so that, I don't see anywhere on our, oh yeah, I do, right here, square root of 3 over 3, I did write them. That is a 30 degree reference angle. Again, you could do inverse tangent. But we want to see where is tangent negative. So that would be in quadrants 2. So think about this being a 30 degree reference angle. So we're thinking in quadrants 2 and 4 being the negatives. So we'd want to do 30 degrees, 180, I can't talk, 180 minus 30 would be a 150. And then in quadrant 4 would be 360 minus 30 would be a 330. And so this one I'll just look at and steal this. So this would be 5 pi over 6. And then this would be 11 pi over 6. All right, and then number 3, 2 different things. You could factor this, or you could go ahead and solve it. We'll get sine square root of x by itself, so I'll add 1 to both sides. Divide by 4. And then to make sine not be squared, I'm going to square root both sides. And when I square root an equation, I get 2 answers. So sine of x is going to be positive or negative. Square root of 1 is 1, square root of 4 is 2. So positive, negative, a half. So let's think about where is sine of an angle positive 1/2, where is sine of an angle negative 1/2. And again, I'll just use my unit circle. So when it's a half, that's a 30. So we would have 30 degrees, we would have 150 degrees. We would have 210 degrees. And we would have 330. But again, we want those in radians. That'd be a pi over 6. That would be 5 pi over 6. That would be 7 pi over 6. And 11 pi over 6. Notice how they all have denominators of 6.